Chicago Pat in the chat says it best. Class is in session. What an afternoon in the NFL. Are you kidding me right now? Welcome into DTL Primetime Live. We're here before every single primetime game. We're counting down to Sunday Night Football tonight. Two unbeatens. The Bears with Caleb Williams, the number 1 overall draft pick, taking on the Houston Texans. Last year, a playoff team, and looked very much the part in week 1 winning in Indianapolis. We'll get to that game in just a little bit, but my goodness, do we have a lot to talk about. And I got the best crew in the building. A quick reminder, DTL, the podcast, drops every single weekday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And for you premium members, we encourage you to join. You get so much extra content, including the video. And look what I got tonight. 3 of my absolute very best. Seabass is here. Raphael is here, our numbers guy, and my partner, AB. And gentlemen, before we even get to Sunday Night Football, today was absolute banana land. Real quick, as we just kind of look at what went down, Raiders come back to beat the Ravens. They're now 0-2. Saints 44-19 over the Cowboys. Green Bay wins without their quarterback. Seattle goes all the way to New England. They get it done. How about Cleveland sending Jacksonville to 0-2? So, gentlemen, I don't even know where to start. But, AB, on Sunday nights, we like to keep it positive because on Mondays, we have Monday mishaps. That's tomorrow morning. Give me a positive performance that you picked out today because it was really, really crazy all afternoon.
It certainly isn't bettors against the books. I'll tell you that one. It's brutal across the board here, man. But I've got to give it to Josh Jacobs of the Green Bay Packers. He understood the assignment, all right? You got Malik Willis in there at quarterback. Obviously, his deficiencies are known. So if he's not going to throw the ball, somebody's got to carry it. Josh Jacobs went all day, son. Handled business. The Packers get the win. How big is that? You take down a team without Jordan Love? Dude. Huge, man. That's a big win.
Yeah, Jared in the chat says Green Bay with Willis. I tried to tell him, Coach, let's not act like Willis did a lot today. He didn't do a whole bunch, AB, but he was a very good game manager. I'll give him that. But that was about it because Josh Jacobs had himself a day. By the way, quick update. Chiefs trail by 2, 8 minutes to go. They just had a big holding penalty, so they got 3rd and 20. We'll keep you up to date on that one. Seabass, let me come over to you. What did you pick out today? So many good performances this afternoon.
Yeah, there's a ton of great performances today, but I got to go with Marvin Harrison Jr. 130 yards, 2 TDs in 1 quarter. It took him 2 professional games to surpass his dad, who his career high for 1 quarter was 110 yards. So putting in the work today for Marvin Harrison Jr. to getting it done in Arizona.
It was a 41-10 drubbing of the LA Rams. We talked about it on the morning show. All the numbers went to the Rams. No Puka Nacua, no offense today. Oh, Kyler Murray, give me more of that. Now, Raphael, let me come over to you because there were a whole bunch of people in Big D today that literally got laid down. What's your big one today?
The Saints, 91 points in 2 games. That's right, 91 points in 2 games. And I was bashing the Saints before the season started at DA, the favorite to be the first head coach fired in the NFL, plus 350. I thought that was a great number. Right now, he's coach of the year because, again, 91 points. I think there was more Saints fans in Dallas than there was Cowboy fans. Every time the Saints score, the crowd was cheering. What a hats off to DA and a new offensive coordinator.
By the way, did anybody see that little dance that Derek Carr did today after he scored the touchdown? I don't know what that was, but let's not do that again. All right? Let's not do that again. Mine, I'm going to go to a guy that didn't have spectacular numbers, but he played spectacular football. He's a football player. And I'm talking about Baker Mayfield. This guy took his Tampa Bay Buccaneers into Detroit today and beat him 20-16. He had the passes when he needed to, the big touchdown to Chris Godwin, and then late the defense got it done. And once again, AB, Dan Campbell after the game saying this one was on me. Bad decision before the first half. At some point, he's got to figure out he's a head coach and not just a let's just go for everything type of a guy. At some point.
Stuff. Yeah, I mean that's who he is. Like that's who he is being aggressive as hell and going for everything possible. Man, that's not the NFL, dude. You can pay for that, and people often do. You're right. It's a tough line to walk, man. it's really, really difficult. It's not easy to do because you want to dance with who you brought, but sometimes you can't. It's hard, man.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. All right. The Chiefs punted, so the Bengals are going to get the ball back up to Kansas City, depending on what book you had. They were laying 6.5. I've hit 2 out of 3 today, but it looks like I'm going to go 2 and 2. It'll be a tough cover to get the 6 with Cincinnati with the football. All right, let's spin it forward, guys, to tonight, because this is going to be a really fascinating matchup. Because we've got the Houston Texans, their home opener. They're laying 6 against the number 1 pick in the draft, and Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears. Last week against your Titans, AB, they didn't even score an offensive touchdown, still scored 24, came back from 17 down to get the dub. But this is a big-time step up in competition, the total at 45.5. How do you assess this game just from a macro standpoint?
First off, if you're the Bears, you want to do 2 things. You want to, 1, eliminate any big risk turnover type plays and give the Texans free points or very short fields to score said points. Number 2, you actually want to sustain drives over and over and over. And even if you get 3, that's perfectly fine. Just keep the Texans offense off the field. It's going to be tough to do. You've got a rookie who, you'll see the stats here in a minute. This is basically his first game all over again, right? It's going to be a hard chess match here. And if you're Houston, those ears are pinned back. You're coming after Caleb all night long.
Not even 100 yards passing in week 1 against the Titans. Steve Bass, let me come over to you because they always say that biggest improvement is from year 1 to year 2. Well, C.J. Stroud got his team to the playoffs last year. At times looked like a rookie, but we know he looks like he could be an all-time great. What do you expect from him? Home opener tonight, the place is going to be absolutely rocking.
Coach, I expect Stroud to have a good game. I've talked on DTL and stuff that I think Stroud regresses this year. I think he had a great first year. Plus he went to that Ohio State place that am not a big fan of, but whatever. Against a team like Chicago, who literally, you said it, no offensive touchdowns last week. I think if he can stretch the field tonight with some of his wide receivers, I think they put it on Chicago tonight big time.
I tend to agree with you. Raphael, what are the books kind of looking at with this one tonight?
Well, this is interesting. 4 times the money came in on the Texans at -6.5. Those are all tickets written. All the heavy money all day today and this afternoon, Bears money line and Bears plus the 6. That's telling me what we used to call it pros versus Joes, or what I used to call it when I ran books, fish versus whales. We always want to beat the whales because they have all that Bears money line money that we're going to have to pay off that's going to hurt us down the road. It's going to be very interesting to who wins this match. Are the whales going to beat the fish, or the fish going to beat the whales? Is the public going to win? Right now, the way it's been looking, I think the whales are going to win because so far the public has not been too kindly the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been an interesting start for the sports books. They've been very, very happy. All right, producer man, I need to see the screen because we got to get to our picks right now, and we're not going to do the open. I just want to throw them up because this is primetime live, baby. We got to get to it. And Raphael, I'm going to start at the top with you because you got 2 plays, and this really feeds in to the Texans getting off to a good start.
Yeah, I picked this play Texans first quarter -2.5 before the game started today. Now I'm scared for what I've seen all day today. But I think the Texans come out hot. They're at home. The crowd's going to be pumping. I think the Bears offense is still going to be struggling right from the go. So I'm going to take the Texans first quarter -2.5. Their last 4 home games, Texans, they've covered this first quarter 3 times. So I'm going to take that just because I think they start off hot at home in front of that ruckus crowd today.
And what about your turnovers?
Oh, Bears turnovers and Texans over 2.5, laying the 3 nickels. This is pretty much all on the Bears. The Bears defense, if they want to hang around and win this game, they're going to have to do it like they did last week. Get interceptions, cause some fumbles, some third downs and longs on the head Texans offense. I think the Bears defense is going to be the main reason why I like the over and turnovers 2.5. And then, of course, you have a rookie quarterback, Caleb, on the road. Anything can happen with him. He can probably throw a pick or so. So I just love the over and a half. I can't believe it's only -3 nickels. I thought it was going to be anywhere by -120, -125. I just checked it just now, and it's still the same, -3 nickels. So I'm actually shocked that the number has not moved.
Austin in the chat says that a Bears fan, this is going to suck a lot. Seabass, you have one very clear-cut pick, and it's the Texans straight. Yes?
I've been looking at this play all week, and We talked about it already with Chicago not scoring a touchdown last week. It's still coming away with a win, but you can't survive in the NFL by not scoring points. Well, I guess maybe if you're the 2000 Ravens, you can. But this is not the 2000 Ravens defense that they have in Chicago. Home opener for Houston. Again, I like CJ Stroud to just roll this Bears team today. I like them minus the 6 points.
All right, so straight there. Let's go over to AB because AB, I can always count on you to educate and entertain through the air, big boy. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Look, I like the way Raphael is thinking in regards to turnovers there. I'm going to take it over 1.5 interceptions, and it's going to be from Caleb Williams and CJ Stroud. It doesn't matter how we get to 2. Could be both on Caleb, could be both on CJ, or 1 and 1. Does not matter. We just need to get to 2. And I like it there. We'll explain more on that here in just a little bit in the no-fly zone. But I also like the Texans. And you put the money line with the over 37.5 because, look, Chicago is going to have to run a little smoke and mirror here. And I think that they can do it because the Texans secondary can be had, especially deep. They can be worked. But what you have to do is you have to bring those guys up. When Caleb Williams is going to have to use his legs tonight, man. But I think the Bears are going to score some points. I think they look better than people give them credit for. That's why I'm going to take the Texans just to win the game and then the over 37.5.
It's such a smart way to bring the number down. You can manipulate it at a lot of sports books, guys, and bring the over down if you like him by adding in the team that you think is going to win the game. And I think we all agree that the Texans, but that number's got to be around 5 or 6 to get the number that AB has right there. By the way, my Chiefs continue to forget about the tight ends, a big third down conversion inside 4 minutes, and they have the rock. Not looking good for my Chiefs. But, hey, if we don't lose one early, that's just not what we do in a Super Bowl winning season. So it's all good. It's all good until it's not. Damn it. The Steelers inside 2 minutes. How about this, guys? Going into Denver, they've held the Broncos to 3 points. Justin Fields, AB, doing what Justin Fields does. Not very much, but it looks like it's going to be enough to go to 2-0 in their division. Are you surprised?
Mike Tomlin, man, he does not get enough credit for how good of a football coach that he is, and he gets his guys ready to go. You got to give him credit on that. What about that Steelers defense, right? Like all season so far, 2 games looking absolutely sharp. The Steelers, dude, sitting pretty in that AFC North. Baltimore is looking way up, wondering what the hell just happened.
Well, we'll keep our eye on that game coming up here and also on the Chiefs and Bengals finish 3rd and 6. I know I'm probably a little bit behind you, but we'll keep up to date on that as well. All right, all of our straight picks are done. We do have some more prop bets coming up in the Prop It Up section of the program. But right now, we like to have a little fun according to DraftKings or with DraftKings and give you like some selections, some parlays, if you will. So, AB, this is your time. What do we got on the Bears side tonight?
All right, 3 Bears parlays here, courtesy of DraftKings. New customers bet $5, get $250 instantly in bonus bets and 1 month of NFL Plus Premium using promo code COMBINE. All right, I think the Bears are going to have a pretty good game tonight. I'm feeling them. All right, here are your 3 options. Bears plus 6, Caleb Williams 1+ pass touchdown, and Caleb Williams 200+ passing yards plus 175. Now, Bears money line, straight up win the game. Caleb Williams 1+ pass TD, and again, 200+ passing yards plus 330. Bears win the game. Caleb 2+ passing touchdowns. Keep it again, 200+ passing yards, 525. I'm feeling some Bears action tonight, man. Where are we going with this? Raphael, what are you looking at?
I'm going to go with the Bears money line, the plus 330. Caleb Williams 1+ passing TD because the road team has won 9 games today. 9 games today the road team has won. So I'll take the plus 330. I'm not that greedy on the plus 525. But I like the Caleb Williams 1+ passing TD. I think the Bears offense can put some points on there. Give me another road win on TV today.
All right, Coach, where are you going?
Well, since I don't think that the Bears are going to do much today, the only one I can take is that first one at plus 175 because I need some points. I'm with Seabass on the Texans, so give me the plus 175, but let me go on record as saying I don't think any of these 3 hit, but I'm a team player, baby, so give me number 1.
All right, Seabass, where you got?
Well, I'm glad Coach is a team player because I sure as hell am not. I can't take any of those. Caleb Williams hit 3.21 yards per attempt last week. How's he even close to 200? I can't get 100. I can't take any of them. I just can't. I can't.
I like what Jason says in the chat. Heck, the way today went, Bears -6.
Probably true.
Probably true.
Probably true. All right, let's keep it going. The Chiefs, they're down to the 2-minute warning at home. They've got the ball around their own 45. All they need is a field goal to improve to 2-0. But in our world, it's about covering the damn game. I'll take a dub. All right, we've got a really fascinating quarterback matchup here tonight. You got Caleb Williams, fresh out of USC, very confident. If you watched him on Hard Knocks, this kid is very cool, calm, and did nothing. You can see 93 yards last week is all he was able to do. A lot of people in the chat, AB, are asking if we think Caleb Williams will use his legs tonight. Last week, only 15. Do you think that increases tonight?
I think it very much increases tonight, and I think that the Texans are going to let him do it. They're not going to let the running backs get after it, but they'll let Caleb because they're going to be coming after him all day long. And when you do that, if you get to him, great. If you don't sack him, he can run. He's shown that he could do it in college, and he could do it in the NFL. I really like his legs tonight. He's going to have to. Absolutely.
Real quick, AB, have you guys seen this right now? I don't. Oh, they kicked it deep. They're lining up. The Steelers are up 7. I don't even know how you do the new onside kick thing, but I really thought that they would. Maybe there's not even an onside kick because the Broncos just kicked it deep. That was stupid. All right, but whatever. So they're up 7 with 1:54 to go in the game. What is he doing? All right, let me come back over to you, Raphael. When we look at these two quarterbacks, C.J. Stroud clearly at the end of last year established himself as the franchise guy. There is no dispute. We know this, that in the next 3 years before he gets that big pay raise, this could be a team to keep our eyes on and these quarterbacks. What do you make of them?
Agreed. They stacked up all offseason, getting some great signings. He's under his rookie contract, and it scares me how good this Houston team. This could be the best team in Texas because we saw the Cowboys aren't the best team in Texas. So this is going to be very interesting to see what Houston does these next couple of years because they have great contracts under the roof, and I think they can make some noise. And I stare at that Bears column that AB did. Man, that Bears column with Caleb Williams, that looks like my report card in high school. There's a bunch of zeros on there.
Man. I can't get over. The more you guys talk, the more I'm thinking maybe I should play the freaking Bears tonight. It has been Banana Land all day. But Seabass, you're sticking to your guns because you got that quarterback to the right. And Caleb Williams, Tom Brady doesn't want him starting. He doesn't think rookies should start. But he's in there. Your take.
He is in there, and that's what they've got to deal with. That's what they got to play with. I like C.J. Stroud again. I think that he's the guy. They brought in Stephon Diggs to help him out. I think that also helps the other two receivers, Nico and Tank there, spread the field a little bit. I like Stroud. I like what they're doing in Texas. Caleb, we'll see what he does.
It could be a slow burn. But you know what? Sometimes on DTL Primetime Live, sometimes you just got to sit back. You just got to enjoy the ride. And you got to enjoy all the greatness that is my crew and all the greatness that is AB. And AB, somebody in the chat said Caleb Williams will throw 2+ interceptions tonight. That may be true, but I need to know where, I need to know how, and I need to know when. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the No-Fly Zone.
Let's take a look here at Caleb Williams. If you're brand new to the No-Fly Zone, what we do is use game charts and film to break down who is going to throw an interception tonight. So this is Caleb Williams last week against the Tennessee Titans. Honestly, look, I know that his yardage isn't great, but I've seen much worse charts in terms of completions and incompletions here. You could see it is a very safe offense that was built for him. You see a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL do the same thing. Lamar Jackson operates under that. Jordan Love operates under that. Jalen Hurts operates under that. He likes to go to his right side. He feels it because he can see his left tackle and understand exactly where the pressure's coming from. He will throw at the line of scrimmage. You take a look at this Texans secondary here on the left. Deep is trouble, very much so. But short, they'll give it up. And I think tonight they are going to allow a little bit of that. That's why I like Caleb on the run as well. So we flip that over and we take a look. Yeah, that's where trouble is going to come, because throwing it deep is going to be a serious issue, because when you do it, most of the time you're on the run, you don't have your feet set, and throwing it across the middle, buddy, I've seen Hall of Fame quarterbacks that have trouble with it. Caleb's definitely throwing an interception tonight. Now, let's jump over to the other side here. CJ Stroud. So, take a look at the Bears secondary. Pretty darn good. But they will give up deep yardage. But look at CJ Stroud. All right, this is last week against the Colts. Threw for 234. But that is a mirror image of what Caleb's chart looks like, except he throws to his right and not across his body. He loves to take the snap and get the ball out. High completions, high attempts. They're going to run the football. They're absolutely going to do that. But CJ Stroud is a very efficient quarterback. But I want you to see, take a look at the very top of that chart there. You see that green dot? 50 yards plus. CJ Stroud is going to let it rip tonight. He will throw bombs on this defense. Not saying he completes all of them, but he will take his shots. He's going to look very similar to what the Eagles offense is. I'm going to test you short, then I'm going to test you long. Test you short, test you long. I'm going to keep your defense questioning where it's going to be, especially with Nico and Stephon Diggs. My man, he is going to throw deep. But flip that over, take a look. Interceptions. Look at his numbers deep. CJ Stroud is a beast throwing it deep, dude. He is accurate as hell. But it's the intermediate where he gets into trouble, because, quite frankly, that's where wide receivers, their route trees can get a little wonky, because do you cut it off at 7 steps? Do you go to 9 steps? It's tough. Quarterbacks and wide receivers have trouble here, especially when young. So he's going to throw an interception tonight as well. But we're going to talk about props in a second. Look at right down the middle. Dude, he is one of the best in the NFL at throwing deep. He knows how to do it. But yeah, both QBs are throwing picks tonight.
You got me thinking. Jared says the no-fly zone. Let's freaking go. I love that. Now, real quick, some updates. The Broncos have the ball at their own 19, about 10 seconds to go in the game, down 7. The Chiefs completed a long one on 4th down and a brutal hands to the face. It was the right call, but just unnecessary. So now they back up 10. They have 4th and 16 from their own 35, and Mahomes is back to pass. He's spending some time, more time across his body. Oh, that's got to be a pass interference. Yes, pass interference. Producer man, put me on that 4 shot. You're damn right. Pass interference because Patrick Mahomes. Now, that's going to be inside field goal territory with 38 seconds to go. What a call on the Bengals. Oh, their head coach looked pissed, but it's the right call. Yes, Raphael, go.
We're watching a great no-fly zone. First time all day today that Texans money is under 90% of money coming. That just tells me that more bear money continues to come in. I guess the bettors are probably just thinking maybe it's just one of those dog days, or we can probably see a lack of action on this game because how bad the bettors got beaten up today. But wow, 90. I didn't think I would see 90% on Houston Texans under money come in.
Do you think it's a matter of bettors who just got destroyed today, just trying to reach for something and following the trends instead of following what maybe they should do in Houston?
Probably a little bit of both. I think sometimes bettors like just wave the white flag and say, you know what, I'm just going to watch Sunday Night Football and just get drunk. And we got beat up today. I don't want any anymore. But at the same time, I can guarantee there's Dodger Brave parlay action going on this month on this Sunday Night Football game. So there's parlays going on with baseball on this one.
All right, very, very good. I see a lot of people in the chat, AB. They're crying that the rest bailed the Chiefs out. He literally went through him. He went through him to get to him. So stop crying, Big Cheesy. Stop crying, everybody. That was the right call. 32 seconds to go. 2nd and 10. Chiefs down by 2 late. All right, we've gone through the no-fly zone. Still to come here on the show. We're looking at key players. We're looking at props. But also, we need to go to the other side. Now, this is what I'm talking about, AB. Now you can bring it to daddy. Let's go.
We got some fun parlays right here. First one, Texans money line, just win the game. Nico Collins, anytime touchdown. CJ Stroud, 200-plus passing yards, plus 250. All right? Next one, take the Texans with the spread, -6. Stephon Diggs, anytime touchdown. Keep CJ Stroud the same, 200-plus passing yards, plus 400. And then this one, Texans -6. Joe Mixon, anytime TD, and CJ Stroud, 3 bills of passing yards, plus 700. Coach, you could go first. Where are you going with this?
Well, I'm going to go. Oh, man. Oh, this is so tough. This is so tough, AB. You put together 3 really good ones. I'm going to go with the plus 400. Stephon Diggs scored twice last week. I think Stroud goes well over 200 yards tonight, and I think the Texans, I'm buying into Seabass. I think they win by double digits, so give me the plus 400.
All right. Seabass, pop it up. What you got?
I, too, am going to go on the plus 400. I've already given you the Texans -6 today. I've got Diggs in a parlay or in a prop bet we're going to talk about later. And I've also got a prop bet on CJ Stroud. So if he goes for 300, it might kill that one. So I'm going to stick with the 400 where I feel real comfortable.
Raphael, you love parlays. I know you want all 3 of them. What do you got?
I'm round robining all 6 of these options right now as we speak, but give me the plus 250. I like the Texans money line because something's going to strangely happen at the Bears backdoor cover. I really like the Nico Collins anytime TD. That's why I like the plus 250. And I think CJ Stroud has a plus 200 passing game.
All right. I'm going 700. Let's ride it. I'm going with it. Yeah, I'm going with it. I'm making up. Look, Raphael, you talked about bettors that are, bowing out gracefully, cowardly on this game tonight. Let me tell you this. This is our Hawaii game in the NFL. I am in for this one. Give me that plus 700. Let's go.
All right, well, let's watch it. I'm not even looking at the chat because they're ahead of me, but it's come down to this, guys. I'm staring at my TV. It's the Chiefs, Harrison Buckner, the highest paid kicker in all of football now. 10 game-winning field goals in overtime and regulation in his career. Will it be number 11? And the answer is yes, it will. That's exactly how you get it done. Damn it. I don't care if we didn't cover. We're going after 3 in a row, 2-0 at home. That's what it is right there. Hey, Jamar Chase, what are you talking about? You're still a team to beat in the AFC. Stop it. Just stop it. And your defense, you couldn't stop number 15. Couldn't stop him.
Oh, Coach, man, here's something. We spoke about it this morning.
Looking like a true fan.
The stat holds true. Every game that Burrow and Mahomes have played against each other has been decided by 3 points or less.
Yep.
Still, everyone.
This is one. This is one. And guess who's pumping his fist at the door? Come on, big boy. Come on. He shoots a 76 this morning. And little guy, JJ, doing work. Oh, and look at the shirt he's wearing right now, boys. Look at the shirt. Yeah,
looking
right
good.
All right.
Game time. Good job, big boy.
He's going to be wearing that on the PGA Tour.
Oh, and the greatest part about this, watching it live and starting the show at 7 instead of 7:30, is watching and just imagining Big Cheesy crying in the chat. Terrible call. Brutal. Keep it coming, Big Cheesy. Boo. Keep it coming, Big Cheesy. Oh, my goodness. It's just like I am in your head. The Chiefs are in your head. Did we mention the 49ers lost today on the road, AB? Did we even mention that game? It wasn't even our top 3.
No, we didn't. Now, you could just be a Titans fan and get a punt blocked every game and just lose constantly.
Oh, man. All of a sudden, the day just got better for all of us. Sorry, Big Cheesy.
Hey, our boys were at the game, though. All right? Our boys. Chris Johnson.
Were?
Yeah, Chris Johnson and Lindell White. They love coming back to Nashville. They were both smash and dash.
How big is Lindell these days? Is he like 350?
Slimmed up. Bills? He looks good. I was worried. I was concerned. But no, he looks good. And CJ looks like CJ.
Oh my God, he's one of the greatest. Yeah, Peggy, I see you. She said, "I told you, Coach. I got you, Peggy." Man, Chris Johnson back in the day, that dude could go. Speaking of go, who's going to go tonight, ladies and gentlemen? It's time to prop it up. This is where we separate from our straight picks in segment number 1 and into these. Raphael, I'm going to start with you because I actually like both of these tonight. Explain yourself.
Yeah, I'm taking CJ Stroud over 7.5 rushing yards at -120. Last week, he had 13 yards for 4 carries. This prop has hit 3 out of 4 times. I think he's going to have a great one. Maybe not what Lamar Jackson did today. I don't want to spur up some bad memories for Coach, but and maybe not what Lamar Jackson did today. But I think CJ Stroud will get those rushing yards today. So I like the short number 7.5 for CJ. And then DeAndre Swift over 43.5 rushing yards. The best Swift in the NFL right now is going to help me hit this number. So I'm going to take DeAndre Swift as last game or last week. He only rushed for 30 yards. That's right, 30 yards. He had 10 carries. He's going to have monster game this week, I think, and the Bears offense would be much better. So I think Swift has a big game. I think the Bears are going to rush a lot today, not passing.
So many good players have moved around. AB, you're shaking your head. Why?
I agree that the Bears are good. They're going to have to run the football. They're just going to have to run the football to keep this thing tight and win the game. If they have any shot, they have to do it. I agree with Raphael.
By the way, one thing I continue to notice, AB, and you and I need to monitor this. Big Cheesy says Raphael always looks a little happier when the books dominate a day. I really believe that. I really believe that. Look at that big old smile on Raphael's face.
It's
I wonder if he's still getting.
It's because I can't bet on a lot of these books. People don't realize that I can just jump on DraftKings and FanDuel and BetMGM. I can. So, I mean, I got to root for something.
Hey, every single faction needs a heel. Got to have it.
And he's a cool heel, as we like to call him. Yeah. Raphael's a cool heel. All right. Seabass, let me come over to you. I know you are not rooting for the books. You are a resident curmudgeon, except for the 3 plays that you like tonight, including you're fading Stroud. You don't think he's going to pass a lot tonight, but I like your Diggs play as well. You're up, big boy.
CJ Stroud, under 34.5 pass attempts. Listen, he only went over that number in 3 of their 10 wins last season. In game 1 this year, that was a close game. He still was under that passing attempt number. So in a game where I think that they're going to win by a lot, I don't see him throwing the ball that much. And if we buy into Raphael and the Bears needing to run, well, they're going to eat up clock. He's not going to have time to throw that much. So give me CJ Stroud, under 34.5 pass attempts. Stephon Diggs, he got 6 targets last week. Only 33 yards. We got to see Stroud stretch the field against this Bears defense today. And I think with the juice, Stephon Diggs catches juice to the over 4.5. I think we get over 53.5. I see a long touchdown for him today. And then Cairo Santos over 1.5 made field goals. He made 3 last week. The Bears, they can get into field goal range. I don't know that they're going to be scoring a lot of touchdowns tonight, but he averages 2+ on away games already. So give me Cairo Santos over 1.5 field goals today.
Did you guys notice, by the way, Jared says, great call, Seabass. Maybe DG and Soupy need to pay attention. Literally. Did you notice how Seabass took Raphael's information and played it into his pass attempts under for CJ Stroud? That's sharp. That's next level kind of analysis right there.
Gold star.
Listening. Great job, Seabass. Great freaking job. I don't know what you just said, but great freaking job.
Star, coach. I get a gold star for the day.
You're damn right. You get 2. I'm going to give you 2 on the back of your helmet.
Yes.
All right, AP, you've got 2 plays. Let's go.
I never got a gold star. I just got my red card pulled, and my dad called at work, and he was pissed off, and it was never good. But I'll tell you who else is going to be pissed off is people looking up who didn't play Nico Collins' longest reception over 24.5 yards. Look, you saw the charts, dude. It's going to be there. Deep balls are going to be there, and you're going to see Stroud launching like it's NASA down there at Cape Canaveral, son. All right? He is going to get it. Well, they got NASA in Houston, too. They might as well put it right there in the stadium at NRG. I love both of these guys to hit their longest reception and CJ Stroud longest completion over 38.5 yards. I don't want to play big numbers because the guys are right. All right? Houston could get up and just run the football. They could absolutely do it. So I don't want to play big numbers. I just want to play, let's get it in one shot. And CJ Stroud and Nico can absolutely do that.
So probably a dumb question, but Matt in the chat says Nico over 66.5 receiving yards. You would stay away from that, AB.
I wouldn't stay away. Like I like what the Stephon Diggs play from Seabass as well, right? I'm just saying for me, I would rather use tonight to try to get a one-shot bet instead of, multiple. Let me say this. Dude, he could get this in one play. And the Bears have a good secondary, but it's going to be their deep balls. So I don't hate it at all over 66.5. I'm just looking at it a different way.
Town Tizzle. Yeah. You're ruining my flow, Raphael. I'm getting ready to read something from Town Tizzle. It's very, very important. It's okay.
Nico,
it's not that important. Go ahead, Raphael. It's not that important.
Nico opened up at 63.5, and DraftKings right now has 67.5. So there's a nice, good four-yard middle if you want to screen around and look at other books. FanDuel also has 65.5. So if you're looking at Nico, make sure you shop around. You get 4 different numbers right now.
One of my favorite things is when Raphael does not middle it, and then it middles. And then the next day, he's like, what did I just middle that damn thing? I told you guys, and then I didn't do it. I love that so much.
Yep.
Raphael, when he goes to a buffet, all right, he gets his plate, and he only has one, and it's very efficient. All right, it's broken into 5s. You get your crab legs, you get your sushi. All right, you get your 5 pieces there, and he's like, this is all I need. I'm gonna middle this. Give me 2 Sprites, and we're good to go. Pay the check, out in 10 minutes. Efficiency.
But does the food touch each other?
That's a very good question. I'm
not a buffet guy, especially living in Vegas and worked in Vegas sports. I've seen what goes behind the scenes in buffets. Don't go to buffets.
By the way, Raphael, apparently, I don't know if DG's in his feelings tonight. I don't know if he's just thinking that he's a better trash talker than I am. I don't know, but he's taking his shots at all 3 of you tonight. And the latest one is Raphael. He says a 4-yard middle. You want to explain that, Raphael, why that could hit and why that's a big middle?
Yes, let's see if it's 61.5 and now it's 66.5, and let's say he catches a 1 pass and falls down, and now it's 63.5. Now I'm cashing both sides. I'm cashing and you're babysitting.
I got nothing, and that's a rarity.
Line of the year. Line of the year.
Not much to say, yeah.
Wow, that was awesome. Brian says, damn. Matty says, Jesus. Jared says, laughing my ass off. Shots fired. Keep them coming, big boy. Keep them coming. Holy smokes.
I have no kids.
Yeah, producer man, just keep throwing them up there because those are just... Guzzle Money says, babysitting. Oh my God, it's so great. All right, now we need to do a little comparison because you're out there and you may look at some other players and say, I like those numbers. I like them compared. I want you guys to go a little bit deeper. So what do we got tonight with DeAndre Swift? I honestly forgot that he had kind of moved over. He's such a dynamic player. And then Joe Mixon. He had a huge game last week in Indianapolis. AB, when you look at some of their numbers tonight, anything pop off?
Look at the rush yards. Obviously, a difference between 44.5 and 71.5. But look at the attempts, 11.5 to 17.5. That is a huge number in terms of attempts. But that's where the books think how many times Houston could be running the ball. If you think that Houston blows Chicago out, play it, right? He will get those numbers. But longest rush, okay? Longest rush. That is where I'm looking. And I'm looking at DeAndre Swift in this one, over 13.5. I love DeAndre Swift with that.
Let's not forget last week, Seabass. Indianapolis scored 27 points on this Houston Texans defense. AB might be onto something. What do you see with these two?
Well, I think Houston has a better quarterback. I mean, Indianapolis has a better quarterback than Chicago does, so they were able to put up some points. I mean, AR-15 with the bomb off the back foot we talked about. But I'm gonna take a page out of Charles's book tonight. I'm gonna take the chalk and give me Joe Mixon with the anytime TD.
Wow, you're gonna lay 40 cents on an anytime TD? You're confident.
I am.
You are confident. I guess sometimes it's worth a squeeze. Sometimes it is worth the squeeze. I actually like the Joe Mixon yards because I think they're going to get a big lead. And if that's the case, I want them to keep it around 10 or 14 because that means Mixon would stay in the game. He had north of 128, 129 last week, I think is what it was, Raphael. when you look at these two, where are you headed if you had to place a little wager, just a little sprinkle?
I like Mixon tonight. I like his receiving and rushing yards at 91.5. I think he's going to get some yards in a ground game, but look for the screen game because I think the Bears front seven is a little weak outside. Their corners and safeties did all the work last week with the interceptions and the pressures. I think the front seven, the screen pass could be open. So I like Mixon 91.5 receiving and rushing yards tonight.
What is the one thing, guys, that you don't do when somebody just cuts you at the knees and just lays you out? What don't you do?
Be kind to them ever?
No. You don't say anything. You just take it. Not DG. DG came back and made some lame joke about his power. Brian then says, more than your power went out, DG. I'm sorry, dude, but you got roasted. Brian, you just won the chat tonight. You just won the chat tonight. This is the best chat of all time. And the best chat we've ever had is tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Raphael. Now, AB, I know that's not all we've got. We've got receiving props as well. DJ Moore, he's the highest paid player in the history of the Chicago Bears franchise. You saw him sign it on Hard Knocks. He was down there hanging out. They called him up. You go, here you go. That's how it works. It's not some big elaborate thing. And then AB, you've already played yourself a little Nico Collins. He may be the best kept secret nationally in the National Football League. Your take?
He is. First off, you're talking about receiving. I think the head coach of the Florida Gators, Billy Napier, is going to be receiving a firing note tomorrow. But oops, you didn't hear that here. All right, let me just put that one out there. Now, I like the longest reception, Nico Collins, over 24.5. I don't hate it for DJ Moore either. I think that there will be shots taken from both sides. But for me, yeah, give me that 24.5 on Nico. And we're not even talking about Tank Dell. Like, Houston immediately upgraded their roster in like a year and a half. It's fantastic. And Florida Gator fans, going to be a good day for you tomorrow.
AB, you might not be talking about Tank Dell, but here in just a few minutes, I might be talking about Tank Dell. Ooh, somebody's popping bottles tonight. Now, Sebas, let me come over to you. These two guys are studs, and even in a losing effort, if Caleb Williams starts to get on a little bit of a roll, number two is who he's going to be looking at. Would you ever think about a 2-touchdown play at north of plus 1,000 for both?
For both?
No, like one has to score two. They're both north of plus 1,000, I mean.
Gotcha.
If they score two each.
Gotcha. The only person I could see scoring 2+ in this game is going to be Nico Collins. I can't see Moore doing it because I don't like Caleb Williams. I don't see it for him. Now, that being said, with Rome Odunze, did I say that right? Odunze?
Odunze.
With him being out, I do like Moore's over 5.5 receptions, though.
Real quick, good question in the chat, Raphael from Raving Derelict. Raphael, how does Vegas figure out a longest reception prop odds? Do you know how they do that?
How do they create the odds or how do they grade the odds?
How do they come up with, say, longest 24.5 for both guys? How do they come up with that?
Mostly, it's probably a computer generated now. Back in the day when we had to do all these props ourselves, we have to go back and go through that game, and just do an average of what it is per receiver. But right now, I'm sure a computer spits all that out. But grading them is hard because, like you said, with the Lamar Jackson grading prop bets, it would have been crazy today if you had to grade that prop bet when he threw the ball backwards when he almost cashed it. Thank you for NFL.com to grade prop bets for us.
All right, very, very good. Matt Boyd, Matt says this is so much better than the Sunday Night Football pregame. If you're not watching, you're doing it wrong. Matt, that's what I'm talking about. And normally we are live on Stadium as well, Amazon Prime Video, YouTube TV, Roku TV. Tonight we are preempted. We'll try to put it on social media so you guys know exactly the days that we are preempted. It's not too many, but it is from time to time. All right, that's a look at our key players tonight. Play them at your own risk. Now, speaking of playing, we've got some first half bets for all you degenerates out there that just can't wait for a full game. AB, what are our choices tonight?
You have the Bears plus 3.5 in the first half. Bears team total over 9.5. Or you're going Texans minus 3.5. You're going Texans team total over 12.5. These are all courtesy of DraftKings. Stephon Diggs looking sharp right there. So, yeah, Coach, I throw it back to you. What are we feeling here?
Well, man. I'm going to have to go with the Texans team total over 12.5. I really believe, even though I got this wrong with the Cowboys today, and the Saints looked amazing. Alvin Kamara, I see you. I think Houston, with a raucous crowd, they've got the night to themselves, Sunday night football, home opener. I think they come out on fire. So I'm going to take the team total in the first half over 12.5. I think they're going to be up 17-7, 20-7, something like that at halftime. I think they come out on fire. So give me AB, that team total over 12.5.
All right. Seabass, what are you looking at?
Since Coach took the team total over, I like the Texans on the spread tonight. Give me the Texans minus 3.5 in the first half.
Raphael.
I'm going Texans also minus 3.5, laying that nickel, just because I want the Texans to win the first half, and then the Bears backdoor cover, and they cover this game, and all of a sudden, two-team teasers are flying in between the Texans and the over. So now it's 6.5 now as the point spread, and the total went to 45.5.
I'm going Bears team total over 9.5. Give me Chicago there. Singing it, boy. I like it, man. Right there. All right. Jesse Hammond also asks, anyone know if DK does a game total over under interception? And if so, where to find it? All right. So you will have to same game parlay these. I don't think that they have this as a pre-built option. You saw that I have the pre-built of the Texans money line and the over of 37.5. So if you go to DK, if you go to the total, you can adjust where you want it. Obviously, you are in the same game parlay featured there. I think that's the only way to do it, my man.
All right. So I love all these parlays, DraftKings. AB, we're going to try something tomorrow that I think will be kind of fun because there's a lot of different companies out there. There's a lot of different brands out there. And I'm telling you right now, at some point in the next, I'm going to guess 2 or 3 weeks, we'll have an official book. But I was noticing, because I do Roger Lodge's show out here. He is sponsored by Prize Picks. And he's like, Coach, you got to check out Prize Picks. And I did. I'm like, I think Prize Picks might be awesome for our Prop It Up segment. Oh, Seabass is shaking head. You do Prize Picks?
Coach, I've been talking about Prize Picks for like a month before NFL started. And you were like, oh, well, yeah, I love Prize Picks. Like, I can't play it legally in Maryland. I got to call my guy, across state lines. He puts it in for me. But yes, Prize Picks, underdog fantasy, absolutely.
Probably shouldn't say that on the air that you have to call your guy across state lines. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer, but
yeah, we're trying to push one brand. He throws underdog fantasy out there with Bryson DeChambeau and who's the other one? Oh yeah, Bill Belichick. Did we ever think we'd see Bill Belichick and underdog fantasy in the same sentence? But leave it to Seabass, our resident curmudgeon. I give it to you, Seabass. You could have just put it over, all positive, and you're like, for a month.
Hey, Coach, it wouldn't be me. I gotta stay true to me.
Well, let me say this. I can't wait to see after this show to go in and look at the YouTube AI and it trying to figure out what the hell was just said for the closed captioning. That subtitle is going to be fun. Inaudible.
Oh my God, I always forget about that. So we are going to try something tomorrow. We'll see if it works. And if Seabass is happy with it, we'll get the Seabass stamp of approval. But I'm just trying to find different ways that we can make this show bigger. And I think that's one of those ways. So thank you, Seabass, for tipping my brain off to that. All right, we are just about done with things. But before we get out of here, quickly, do not forget, we are live tomorrow on Stadium for Primetime Live. It's the Falcons. It's the Eagles. It's back in Philadelphia. And as we look ahead, just an early look, not much has changed, AB. Still at 5.5, the money line. If you like the Falcons, a hefty plus 200, total of 45.5. What's your early look ahead?
Atlanta, you better get your defense ready because it is going to be vertical and horizontal. Philly is feeling it and is going to come in and what they do on the first drive every time. Jalen's going to test you with his legs, then he's going to test you with his arm. There will be points scored early in this game. Get ready for that.
Very interesting. I'm thinking overs, receivers, and longest receptions. That's where I'm headed for my props tomorrow. Seabass, what say you?
Props definitely big in this game. I like a Jalen Hurts rushing prop. That's probably where I'm looking. Agree with the points as well, and over looks pretty good. That's where I'm looking.
All right, very, very good. Raphael, you're our numbers guy. What do you like?
Oh, Monday Night Football games, the last couple of games have been under games, but I'm hoping opposite. I'm hoping to see some points scored again. I like the first half over in both games, so I think we see more points scored in the first half than second half. So I'm looking for an over first half, under second half.
All right, very good. Thank you guys for the look
AJ.
ahead.
Hey, by the way, apologies.
Yes. No.
AJ Brown is out for that
Yeah.
game. He's ruled out today, so AJ Brown is not playing for the Eagles.
All right, Adam 2555555. Let us know that in the chat as well. So thank you, Adam, for that. I can't remember what I was going to say now, but that was actually very, very important. 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night, DTL Prime Time Live for the Falcons. I know what I was going to say. I was going to thank all of you. This morning, we had the biggest DTL show we've ever had as far as a live audience. And tonight, we have the biggest DTL primetime live audience that we've ever had. Every single show, we're getting bigger because of you, and you're sharing the show. You're telling people about the show. You're bringing them. We're having a good time. That's how you build a brand, and we're doing it with you. So thank you very much. Do not forget to hit that like button for us. Yes, AB.
You forgot the most fun part.
No, I have not. Not at all. Not at all. Oh, I was just setting it up, kid.
All right.
I was just setting it up. I just saw the number there. I just wanted to say thank you before I forgot. But now, as I was saying, with all of you new people that are coming in, that's making the show such a resounding success, there is still a very fun portion of the program you haven't even got to experience yet. And this is where I teach everybody in the crew just exactly how there are levels to this game. This is called the gym. Who's going to score the first touchdown of the game? It's got to be plus 1,000 or higher. You can't just bring in some weak sauce at plus 300 and think that's good enough. But hey, B, we've got some issues with the crew. They're excited. Now, Soupy last week sent one in about 36 hours early and couldn't quite understand why we wait till the day of. Guess who did it this time? That's right. The man looking around at the ceiling right here. Trying to beat the system. Beat the odds.
I responded to the email. Email went out fair game.
All right, Steve Bass, I'm going to let you go first. And if one of these hits, and I want you guys in the chat, who are you going to play? And it's got to be plus 1,000 or higher. Tina is waiting for somebody. She cashed the last game. Tina's all by herself. Somebody needs to join her. Seabass, you're up.
Hey, Coach, before I give mine, just real quick, am I allowed to send in a prize pick slip tomorrow? I'm not on tomorrow night, but I don't want to get yelled at. Am I allowed to do that?
Guess what? I'm gonna let you do the prize picks for us tomorrow. I'm gonna give you that. Can you do that homework for me?
Yeah, sure. I don't know what that means, but I'll do it.
All right.
Coach. All right. Dalton Schultz tonight, plus 1,200. The man had 14 red zone targets last year, had 5 touchdowns. He gets 70% of the red zone targets for the Houston Texans. Give me Dalton Schultz in the end zone. I'm popping tonight.
He's popping tonight. By the way, our girl Tina is in the chat. She's clapping up herself. Congratulations, Tina. Now, AB, our girl Allie says, I'm with you, AB. You're getting a little funky on us tonight. What do you got?
I like the way Allie's thinking. Also, I like the way my dog, Reggie Breeden's thinking, too. He says, AB, shut the hell up and let Coach talk. Damn. Reggie, you're absolutely right. You're right. You're right, my man. Look, we're going to go Texans. Defense, special teams, plus 2,200. I think that Houston is going to try to jump a route right here. Jump that hitch, 3 to 5 yard step, turn it around. Texas secondary ready to go. I'll take their defense plus 2,200. And Reggie, you're right, man.
As my son always says, let me cook. Let me cook. I'm like, stop saying that, son. All right. So AB's going a little defense, which is a next level trash talking if that hits. It really, truly is. Raphael, let me come over to you because you've got a guy that I could absolutely see, but he may be on a team that struggles to score. You're up.
Well, you guys all know I made list. AB is the favorite to go in the club first at plus 150. I'm sorry, Seabass, you're 5-1. I'm taking DeAndre Swift to pop bottles today for 13-1. I mean, it was 12-1. Now it's 13-1. I'm getting in the club running back style, and I'm going to be the first one. I made myself 5-1. So I'm popping bottles by myself and cashing that 5-1 ticket.
Literally something that's never been said in the history of time. Raphael popping bottles by himself with Tina in the VIP section. Get that image in your head one time. Okay? Now, AB, the very, very secretive producer, man. He's going with a guy that's been questionable all week, but you get the offense inside the 15. This dude is absolutely in play. Why do you think producer, man, took Keenan Allen at plus 2,200?
Big name, dependable hands, and also I think that we have a shout out to Coach Phil, because that was his dude when he was coaching the Chargers. Keenan Allen was his guy. So I feel producer man here, solid play.
Coach Phil used to rave about Keenan Allen. Said he was the greatest locker room guy. You need a catch. You need a first down on 4th and 6. You go to Keenan Allen. I'm sorry, producer man. You're not getting in the club tonight. Because your boy is. I'm taking Tank Dell, and I saw everybody in the chat is with your boy. Yes, at plus 1,000. It's a little chalky, but damn it, if Charles can do it, your boy can do it too. When you're looking at multiple cashes for a year, I just need my first one to get in, and then I will be insufferable. You guys all know me, but I need that first one. Then I can start to get a little bit creative. But I was a little bit shocked, to be honest, that nobody else. I always wait. I like to make it harder on myself to let all the other guys go first. But today, alas, I will teach lessons again. All right, gentlemen, before we get out of here, one final take as we head into Sunday Night Football kickoff in just about 20 minutes or so. Seabass, start us off.
Coach, I'm just looking for CJ Stroud to light the Bears up tonight. I think it's going to be a nice game for them. That Bears defense will probably keep them in it for a little bit. But again, Texans -6 tonight. I'm taking it. Something's got to go right today.
Something's got to strike today. I went 2-2, by the way. Raphael, your final take on tonight.
The back door will be open and the dog will be barking. I think the Bears cover and Houston wins.
Why did you do that to me?
Raphael, you're so innocent. You don't even realize sometimes what you say.
You said to speak the truth.
And you still don't realize what you just said. But Seabass does. All right, AB, save us. Final takes.
I'm not saving anybody because I'll tell you what, Keenan Allen's inactive tonight, and that's how how competitive this damn game is. I don't give a damn about anybody. I'm here to win. So yeah, sorry about that one.
Wait a second. You're not gonna let producer man get another pick?
Hey, I'm not producing. You better hurry though.
Wow.
Yeah, no, he could get another one. He could get another one, but yeah. Here's how you've got to do it. So you're going to have to decide, do you want, okay, you got to pick a quarterback or you could pick the Bears defense. Those are your options.
All right, producer man, text me right now. Do you want Stroud rushing? Do you want Caleb Williams rushing? Or do you want, you said the Bears defense,
yeah,
right?
because I have the Texans.
All right, those are your three. Producer man, I need a. All right, here he goes. He's taking the Bears defense.
Yeah.
The Bears defense to get in the club tonight. And he wrote, but I'm not happy about it. Oh, AB, you are hardcore. Nobody
I want in the club.
I know you do. Damn it, tonight's got to be the night. I feel it. All I think about is good old Coach Phil, man. Week 16, week 17. It hurts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, look at that live number. Are you kidding me right now? Thank you guys very much. Great job by you guys. All right? Great job by you guys. Producer man, thank you for the one shot. It is now time for you to go out into the Sunday night world and enjoy it with your family. Enjoy it with your friends. If you're out of the sports bar, get home safely and understand the Texans -6 is the play. And also understand this. There's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets. straight to the pay window. My entire crew, the only 5-star chef in the game, Seabass. My numbers guy, Raphael. My partner, AB, and a very unhappy producer man behind the scenes. I am simply the coach, trying to get this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's truly what we're all about every single day and primetime nights here at DTL. Good luck.